Stony, she's been playing with the sausages, okay, and the ham sticks. I thought she was pepperonis, but she's fucking with the sausages.
Hi, welcome back to the Dylan Rounds case. Welcome if you're currently here in the live chat. Appreciate it. As we do go along, feel free to share your thoughts and opinions about a range of stuff, but more specifically about the Dylan Rounds case and this video, because we need to look at an important post from what some have inferred from their thoughts, not mine. Some people have, internalized it as, oh, Dylan Rounds has been found. Candice Cooley has confirmed it. And what I want to do today is check that response out by Candice Cooley, analyse it, understand the wording, the language used, because that's a very important thing, right? And to fully understand the overall message, because it could be true, or it could mean something else. But the only way we're going to know is if we take a look at it, all right? And this will be on the Find Dylan Rounds Facebook page. Take in mind, I would have covered this yesterday, but I wasn't aware of it, posted yesterday. And as well, the video uploaded yesterday was actually created the day before, but due to the false, fake copyright claims, which completely corrupt, I had to delay the video. So things have been pushed back, more barriers and obstacles along the way. Okay. So in addition, speaking of that video yesterday, if you haven't already, make sure to check it out after watching this video. There'll be a link down below in the pinned comment section. Okay. Shout out to people last night for like the super chats here and there. It's good of them. Okay. There's not really much else to say. I mean, later, I guess we can take a look at that forum page, just read through the next page, see what's being said, and then we'll see how we are for time, because it is a bit later today making this, right? So, yeah. Let's move over to that post, that response by Candice Cooley. Right, so here we are. This is the post by yesterday, 1:15, by Nadine Parker on the forum page, and it reads, Mom and Dad, are you happy with how the investigation is going? Or do you think other things should be done? And do you have any ideas? So, at first glance, it's a pretty general post, straightforward. Things like what people have asked before in the past. I don't know why Nadine is addressing them as Mom and Dad. Like, is Nadine related to the family? Or maybe it's just a younger person, that's why they're saying Mom, Dad, instead of the official names of the people. Well, let's just check the responses out. Get rid of that. This is what Candice Cooley says in response. There are most definitely things finally happening. There is so much we cannot release now, which is a double-edged sword. We want everyone that has rallied around Dylan to know. We just cannot publicly release it at this point. But please trust us when we can finally say it's coming. So, once again, I mean, first of all, there are more interesting, important responses by Candice Cooley in a second when we click on the replied section. But let's just analyse this text first of all. This isn't the, I guess, misunderstood one. There's another post, but let's just read this first, okay? So, basically, it's like a positive. Things are happening. Things, whatever those things could be. Really important things, not so important things, medium scale in importance. Could be anything. But there seems to be a range of stuff happening, not just one thing, okay? Keep using that word, but what else can you say? It could be a new lead to someone, suspect. It could be new evidence found, track marks, a crime scene location focused, concentrated on, anything. All at once, possibly, right? You can leave your predictions down below to what you think. You never know. It's a bit too early to say, but this may tie in with like the prediction, what I was saying, how there's twists and turns and surprises in the case, right? There'll be at least one more, as I said. That's what I think. The bit where she says, finally happening. So that would imply that all the stuff beforehand was lackluster, not really getting anywhere, and in a way, to quote Candice Cooley, reaching a dead end, hitting a brick wall, because she has said that in the past during some interviews, right? And in a way, I can kind of understand it. But an alternative way of looking at it as well, like for the people that support the LE and believe that the police are doing their jobs and may be keeping stuff, information away from the parents, which I guess is a normal thing to do. Kind of like with the Moscow 4 Idaho case, right? It's happening there, then I guess it happens here. So that's why you could feel you've reached a brick wall, a dead end, because you're not really going anywhere. But maybe in the background things are going places, but you just don't have access to it, or you're not allowed to know of it at that time. But yeah, it's basically just a positive response, this. But then she says, there is so much we can not release now. That's interesting. That's really interesting, that. I hope everyone is watching right now, because we've seen a change of language and slight bit of change of behaviour from the last post she did. The last post she did, it was like, we've got a statement coming very soon. A statement, which could have revealed a range of stuff. Even Doug highlighted it on his community post. It's going to be coming in the near future. And then Candice Cooley followed that up on the Dylan Brown's Facebook page. And the way it was worded was, it's very near. She was going to appear on some news outlet, whichever that one that might be, whether it be East Idaho News, ABC4 News Utah, Fox 13, or even Doug. Who knows? That was unknown of, but it was like we were getting ready for it to all be released, for all those things going on in the background and movement forwards to be talked about publicly. And now she's kind of going back on her words. So you could interpret it as a negative, but you can also interpret it as a positive. And a bit what I mean by going against her original words is that line, as I said, there is so much we cannot release now, right? If she said, there is so much we cannot release right now, or at the moment, and nothing was said beforehand, it's like, okay, things are still in the process, got to keep things low-key, make sure you don't ruin the case. But for her to previously say a statement is coming very soon, and then right now she's saying there's so much going on, we cannot release it now. Well, I thought you said you were, but now you can't. People would interpret that as negative. Oh, Candice Cooley switching and changing with information, like how she's done in the past, saying this, then that, doing this, but then that, kind of happening now, saying that the statement would be released and now saying we can't. And it's like, oh. So you could not trust her. You could be annoyed by Candice Cooley. So you know what I'm saying? The negative type of response. Oh, here we go again, Candice Cooley switching and changing, just like all the times in the past, right? That's the negative outlook. The positive outlook is progress was made. Candice Cooley was getting to that point where she could share it with us. But then all of a sudden, the reason why it says we cannot release now, it's interpreted as something else has just happened. Another new development out of nowhere. In between the space of the last post by Candice Cooley, which was probably weeks ago now, till now, or at least yesterday, something must have gone on in between for her to retract, for her to go against what she was originally going to plan on doing, releasing the statement. Whether it be a new development, new evidence found, a new suspect in question, or if it be some stuff going on already in the background, strengthened, reinforced, having to look back on it. you know? It definitely seems like yet more stuff has gone on top of what was previously happening. I mean, you never know. Someone could be over exaggerating. Maybe Candice Cooley. I mean, I'll ask you a question right now from your own opinion, okay? So, the way it's worded here and the way it's been worded in the past, lots of stuff is happening more than ever seen before. Have you ever seen comments like that by Candice Cooley, but many months back? Have you seen those type of comments and statements made and those usage of language? Where in the early days she was like, yeah, so much is happening, you know, we can't say too much right now, you know, maybe in the future. And then when the time has come, she's ended up revealing like 2-3 little pieces of developments, 2-3 little pieces of evidence. I only say that just in case, because there's no harm embracing yourself. So you're not like over what's the word? So you don't have like high expectations where they're not met in the end. Because like if you get too hyped up when the statement or whatever is released by Candice Cooley, it could be underwhelming, and then it's like, well, that was a bit flat. You get what I'm saying? So if you know it's happened in the past, you'll have to leave your comments in the chat right now or in the comment section afterwards. Then you might be better prepared and know what to expect, right? But if we've never seen this before, this level of quietness for this length of time and her consistency in her approach at the moment, the last few months, that's never been seen before, then must be on to something, right? And then on top of going back on what was originally going to follow the plan, there must be other stuff happening on top. Hopefully that makes sense to you. We can even summarize it in a second, right? Was there anything else she said? Comma. So after saying release now, comma, which is a double-edged sword. Now, a double-edged sword is like a saying, right? How, I guess, on one side, it's got a purpose and a positive, but then on the other side, there is a greater, deeper reason which goes against the other side. And maybe like one's more important than the other. That's one way of interpreting it. Another way of interpreting it is one side of the sword does this for this reason, which creates this opportunity, that positive outcome, but the negative is, it shouldn't be done yet. Other side of the sword is like, the negative is no clarity, delayed, frustration, but the positive is strengthening the case. Okay? So in more specific clarity to do with this Dylan Rounds situation, it's as if she is acknowledging and accepting that what she intended doing, releasing the statement, she's kind of, in a covert way, frustrated that she's had to go against it now because of other stuff happening. So what she means is, on one side of the sword, we need to release that statement to bring a little bit of comfort and peace to all the supporters on this Dylan Rounds page and other people out there that have been positive and supportive of Candice Cooley herself and Dylan Rounds and spreading awareness. You got to give back. You want to give back, which is releasing information. But with a new factor coming in the middle, maybe the hilt, the tip of the sword, it's swayed the balance more in a certain direction, because on the other side of the sword, it's now, we can't release it because of this new event, this new evidence. And the negative is, it might disappoint people. It feels like you're throwing it in the faces of all those people that have supported the case for this long. But the greater positive and deeper reason behind this new direction and action is to preserve the case so nothing goes wrong. Does that make sense to you? So while she could internalise it as a negative, oh, we've waited all this time and now we're let down, you could see it as a positive. It must be that important. There must be a greater reason to why this is happening, and that there must be more going on and more new stuff on top of the current stuff we've heard of. Okay? So I think that clears that part up. She says, we want everyone that has rallied around Dylan to know. Yeah. We cannot release it at this point. Yeah. But please trust us when we can finally say it's coming. I assume when she says when it's coming, she means the new information, the new developments, not Dylan is coming, right? Maybe that's where some people got a little bit confused, okay? I mean, the bit where she says, but please trust us when we can finally say it's coming. Well, we should have trusted her, or supposedly some of us trusted her in the last post due to how she worded it, and then the further confirmation and validation from Doug from No Thanks when he said, like, in the near future. Maybe he worded it better than Candice Cooley did, right? So you thought with that double validation, that confirmation, then was the time. But now it's not. So probably not the best line to use there, saying trust us, when you kind of went back on your own words. You know what I'm saying? Unless the next time, whenever that is, if she says 100%, this is it, come in tonight, be there, on time, at this time, here we go, then maybe you could trust them. But you really need strong language for that clarity, for that understanding. You need stability, right? And like within a case like this, you need stability. It's been lacking. Maybe it's finally coming in, right? At the same time, externally, whilst you might be limited to information, maybe certain resources, maybe you can try and clear loose ends up in between, just to make it a little bit easier for other people too, right? As for rumours, it's kind of died down again, okay? All the background noise. It might reappear, but it tends to be in bursts and waves. Only a couple of channels where it kicks in, right? I've noticed a couple of channels have not been as active recently. Maybe there's background drama stuff going on, who knows, but here's one of those things. I think Weedleby shared a video on her channel of a messy car. I guess maybe Joseph ate too much and vomited, but that's another story, okay? So before we click on the replies, let's just see the further comments down here, right? Nadine says, thanks for the info. I just wanted to be more help if you needed it. Carrie Schultz, I'm so glad that you're getting some answers. Marilyn, such good news. Jody, hugs and love, yep. We're still here for you, great. Okay. Sarah Brown, have they found it? Okay. So that's the one what we need to take a look at, remember now. We will in a second. Janet continued. Gosh, I hope so. Thinking about you and Dylan all the time from Australia. Sad that you think you deserve an answer to that question or that you have some kind of risk to it. Oh, right, I think that must be to the person that left a comment in the first place. Right, so there's actually a few comments here to look at. Let's just go back to the top. We might as well do it in order so we don't get confused. Avery, glad to hear this. Coral, keep faith. Waiting on the time. Great news. Whatever is in progress leads to finding Dylan and justice. Well, from the looks of it, as said before, it looks like justice can be served even if they don't find Dylan's body. But as for the, like the comfort and the closure, that would be still lacking, right? So it is better to have both than just one. What's this one? Everything is about timing and it will be in the right moment you can share. I hope you can get what you need. Laurie says, great news, glad to hear. Something is getting done. You can bring your baby boy home where he belongs. My heart is with you guys. As a mother to another, the not knowing would kill me. I wouldn't stop looking until I got answers. So yeah, that's the thing. And like, even when it comes to missing person cases where the person could be presumed dead or not, it depends how long it's gone on for, but it's not been a murder case. Okay, there's no justice going on, and there's no justice that really needs to happen in a way. Like, it's just a person that's gone missing, and they've not like been taken away either. They've just literally walked off for whatever reason, and they're in the either in the correct state or not of mind. But as long as no one else interfering, like, there's no justice. There doesn't need to be any justice. Just that closure of finding the person. That's all that matters. Whereas in this case, it's like a 2-in-1, right? Any more responses or not? Huh. Not really. Right. So that's the end of that little thread. Nothing to it, but this is where we get to the more important part, okay? So hopefully you're ready for this. Let's see what's being said here. So Sarah says, have they found Dylan? Is he in the mine shaft? I'm praying Dylan is found. What does Candice Cooley says? Finding Dylan is nothing we would ever hide. If you follow the features on the tab, on the page, we have went over the mines multiple times. So basically, working backwards, Candice Cooley is saying that Dylan is not in any of the mines or mine shafts. And she's directing Sarah to the featured tab page where I guess it talks about it. From what we've seen in the past interviews, Candice Cooley saying some mining volunteer group going out there, searching about, they've cleared it all, they've checked it all, didn't find Dylan whatsoever. Passed it on to Candice, and then Candice, I guess, was like, oh, okay then. So that part basically highlights Dylan supposedly has not been found there. But what about anywhere else? Has he been found? And she says, Candice, finding Dylan is nothing we would ever hide. So if you interpret that, basically what she's meaning is, if Dylan was found, regardless of the stipulation from the way it's worded here, that would never be hidden. If Dylan is found, was found, then it would be stated as soon as possible on the Facebook page, right? Hopefully that makes sense. So from the looks of it, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. There's new things going on which have compromised the original statement from being released in the hands of Candice Cooley, I guess. And whilst all that's going on, and whilst it all sounds really important and like a big breakthrough and stuff, it's not led to finding Dylan yet. Dylan is still missing from the way you read this, okay? Read it one more time, so don't get confused. Have they found Dylan? Candice says, finding Dylan is nothing we would ever hide. So if Candice found Dylan or whoever and then contacted Candice, Candice would tell the general public, or at least tell all the members on this Facebook page, whether it be, I guess, in a private post, which is only accessible to members, or maybe a public post. But it doesn't seem like she's going to be playing games of keeping it from people, because Candice knows that there are many supporters out there that care about Dylan and they care about the family too. So, yeah, that should make sense. But this is the thing. Let's work back once again. How much can we really trust this statement by Candice? Like, we're supposed to trust Candice Cooley when the timing is right to be able to release the statement. There you go. Remember that. But please trust us when we can finally say it's coming. And yet, the last post by Candice, she said, it's coming very soon. And now she's saying it's not. But trust what I say. So technically, they've lied. I understand why. Things have changed in between. But then to after what's happened to say trust us, trust the process. It's like, well, you got to be careful with language and wording because you start losing credibility. So they're asking to be trusted, and you come back down here. Even though it's not saying trust us, she's like being for definite and saying, we would never hide this, we would never hide that. But if they've already contradicted themselves in other situations in the past and have switched and changed, whether it be in behaviour or whether it be in information provided, it's like, well, maybe when Candice Cooley says Dylan has not been found yet, she means Dylan has been found. You start doubting yourself. You start questioning her because of all the stuff that's happened in the past, right? So there's no harm in being a little bit wary, right? My general thought of pattern is, if there's ever anything truly groundbreaking, and it's specifically to do with Dylan, it will be announced as soon as possible. If it's like an item, a piece of evidence, a new suspect, most likely that type of stuff will be, I guess, hidden, held back, not shown to the general public, because it's more to do with the case, building up a case with evidence and items and information which might link onto someone, and then that's used in the court, right? So you got to keep that low key. As for the body itself, Dylan, that's evidence too, such as DNA. Is there any prints on him, any fingertips, any prints, anything at all, any evidence as well. But just the general statement of a body has been found or Dylan has been found, that can be released to public. It's not really harming the case because the main focus of the case is to prove something happened. And in this situation, it's to find Dylan. So then once that main finding has been found, then all the other little background information and evidence, which was kept behind the scene in secret, not talked about as much, then either released public or shown in court in a way public to tie in with Dylan, right? Like, if Dylan was found, okay, they could say Dylan's been found, and that might be it. It could be very vague, but in a situation like that, no matter how vague it is, it's clear and it's important that Dylan's been found, okay? It could be like Dylan might have been found but chopped up, or a piece of Dylan might have been found, or there's no clothing on Dylan, or there's a gun found in Dylan's pocket, or Dylan's wallet has been taken away. Those finer details may not be mentioned immediately, publicly, right? Because there might be a deeper backstory behind it, and it's more like bits and bobs evidence. It seems to be the external evidence, which is away from Dylan's remains, tends to be kept more secret, not talked about as much. Though the direct thing, which the aim of finding Dylan, that probably will be mentioned public whenever Dylan's found. So hopefully that makes sense. If you doubt it, if you internalize it differently, this here, list your thoughts, your response down below. Do you trust Candice Cooley? Here, we'll do a poll right now, okay? Do you trust Candice Cooley when she says, finding Dylan is nothing we would ever hide? Do you think Candice Cooley is hiding something? Yes, no? Feel free to list it. In most situations, you would say no. But if you know what you know from the past, and you take that into account, it might change your idea of the whole situation, I guess. Anything else? And as well, the other part, which can tie in with the possible lies, it's okay, Candice saying, oh yeah, went over all the mines multiple times, Dylan's not there. But from what Ty Corbin has said, a person in the area who knows the place fairly well, who could be considered an expert or like a guide of the area when it comes to exploring out and about, Ty will know more about the place than Candice Cooley would, right? Because Candice Cooley doesn't live there, but Ty Corbin kind of does nearby. And he's been out there searching more than Candice Cooley. Okay, that external volunteer group have been out there, but, can we really trust them? Who are they? Where are they? How many members of them are they? Ty Corbin said, and I think it was mainly Ty, but then again, I'm sure Lance pointed it out himself in one of his videos, that these volunteer mining group didn't actually search properly, or they didn't check all of the places out. When I think of it more now, I think it was in a past video by Lance Kelly. Regardless of what you think of Lance, okay, Lance Kelly himself said that this volunteer group that went out there, supposedly, they didn't. When I went to places such as this mine or that mine shaft, there was no sense, there was no clue or prompt that anyone else has been here until I came. Does that make sense? And I think Ty Corbin may have said the same thing in his own words, in his own ways, doing his own thing. Okay? So if that really is the truth, that there's a volunteer group out there pretending that they've searched around when they haven't, or checking so much but not fully or deeply, then you could be left questioning and in doubt, just like how you may have been with the LE and how they've searched and handled stuff. So if you tie that all in all, if you question this and question that and question this and question that by Candice, then you could question this response, saying we would never hide anything. Anything else? And pray, can't imagine how the pain again. So we just scroll down and just check these additional responses out. Randy, it's sad that you think you deserve an answer to that question, or that you have some kind of right to ask it. Shaking my fucking head. Nadine says, it's sad you making conclusion without knowing how it was meant. Corrine says, it's not about the question, it's about how much they follow this case. Samantha, your comment was uncalled for. So basically what we're seeing is bitchy behaviour. And once you can call it out on YouTube and you can say, people having cat fights and it's getting a bit out of control and a bit drama, a bit petty. Well, look here. It's even more petty than on YouTube, okay? I think, I can't remember who it was now. One of the viewers that said things are getting very petty over here. Well, don't worry. It's not as bad from the looks of it on this place, right? Oh, what's this one? Says, Mom and Dad, I certainly hope that I did not offend you. I have just been watching things as they have gone along and of course sent out many prayers. I'm retired and I had time and I just wanted you to know I was here if there was something you wanted done. Candy says, we are not offended. It is a question many want the answer to. We answer and release what we can. But in this case, not much has been released. I mean, when is the last time Candice Cooley released new information? The last interview that took place was on No Thanks channel, Doug Candice. But that was more to do with talking about the police and what happened, what went wrong, etc. It was more looking back and informing new viewers, which may be dealing with other cases, maybe to help other families going through similar stuff, right? That's what the main aim was. So it was actually even before that. And I'd say it's probably the last time Candice Cooley did like a public interview, at least on YouTube, and talking about new stuff, would have been just before winter in Montello/Lucin. Just before winter came, when they were talking about the big push. That was really the last time we heard of anything, right? As for Justin Rounds, because I know people say, well, what about him? Where is he? Well, when I think about it, when's the last time he did like a public announcement? It was getting towards the end, I believe, of the winter, the final big push. Because it went on for like 6 days, I think. And then right at the end of the 6th day or so, I'm sure that's when Justin posted a little update saying, yeah, the photos are being analysed, so the ones taken with the drone need further analysation. And we never got back the update of that. We never heard from them. We never got a follow-up to do with those photos. So part of me believes or thinks that all this other background stuff going on might have been alerted due to those original photos being analysed. Maybe it did reveal something of interest or dodginess. It revealed a new place, a new location to check out. And then maybe they did check it out, and then maybe they did find something. Maybe not directly Dylan, but like a clue, a hint, some evidence, and then that tied on to something else. Because this is the thing. You might come across the smallest of objects, smallest pieces of evidence. Could be like a receipt, an actual receipt just found. Okay, it might give a date, it might give a time, it might give the details of the buyer, and some other bits and bobs. It might give a location of where whatever was bought from, and you might go there. You might ask about, you might look at cameras, then it might reveal this and reveal that, and then it might reveal a new suspect who's appeared out of nowhere, or it might reinforce where a person was at a certain point in time. So really, even if you just find one little thing, it can branch off, explode into many different pathways, and maybe that's what's happened here from that big winter push secretly going on. Anything else? So much more should be done. I don't know why this isn't picking up way more coverage. With the right people, this could be solved and these people can try to cope. I mean, this is the thing. Maybe they mean it more on a bigger scale. But I think some people have mentioned it on YouTube too. And it's like, well, don't be so impetuous, right? If you type in Dylan Rounds, okay, and you click on relevancy, the last week or two, or maybe month, majority of those videos are by me. Hence, thus meaning, the case is being covered and still talked about, right? But you have to manually adjust the feature, because like if you type Dylan Rounds in on YouTube, the first videos that show up are the most viewed, the most popular videos, and they tend to be from many months ago. You scroll down a bit more, you might get the odd video from like a month ago or two. It might be from a big YouTuber, a well-known person. And then after that, it's old stuff. And then you're like, oh, well, this proves that the case isn't being covered anymore. Where are my videos then? Well, because my videos don't really get as many views and my videos are more quiet in the background, if you adjust the feature, the relevancy, and set it to the past week or so, my videos will show, and then it will prove that the case is still being covered and it's still alive elsewhere. Okay. What does this person say? Matthew. Once the reward increases to $1 million, the media will notice, and so will the person who is holding a secret. But is that so? Like, from like what's the odd few people have said, that the only reason why no one is coming forwards to get the reward money is because they'll probably end up getting arrested. They'll be seen as the suspicious one. And in a way, yeah, because the longer you leave it, whoever comes out could be in question, right? You could think, well, why have you held off this long? Have you been covering for someone all this time? So even if you're not directly involved, but you've only just come out now because the reward money is more suitable to your liking, then you could be highlighted or labelled as covering for the actual suspect. And it could have been dealt with much earlier on. But due to greed, someone held off for a longer period of time. And maybe once it gets past a certain point, they might not even bother because they think, okay, the reward money is great, but what's greater is my freedom. And if I come out now, it's too late. I probably should have said it earlier. I probably should have just settled with the lower $20,000 reward money. And then I got the money and also solved the case and I wouldn't have been seen as suspicious. That could be how it plays out, right? But yeah, I think that if reward money was increased to an even bigger scale, it wouldn't lead to anyone reaching out. That's the way I see it, but it might lead to more attention in the media, at least. I guess we can do another poll right now. The poll can be, do you think if reward money was set up to like $500,000, even up to $1 million, would it then receive more media attention, coverage, press conferences, press releases, the lot? Do you think that would happen? Yes, no? Because I know there's other cases going on in between and in the past, and the reward money isn't as high, or it just doesn't exist because there's no need to, because maybe justice has already been served, or things have been underway, progress has been made very quick, right? But they've received press conferences, releases, and coverage. It might be all down to just simply location and environment with Dylan Rounds because it's so far out there. It's more quiet, right? And like with Montello, if there are crimes that occur down there, some might get reported, many others don't. Many others either get settled out with one another or just they are what they are and that's it. So, if it happens nearby, it can happen with Dylan. And really the only way you can boost it is with more money. Like, if you want to do like a little bit of a comparison, some people have suggested that the only reason why some channels out there that have grown in stats or subscribers or likes, people are accusing those channels increasing statistically of like paying for subscribers, paying for views. Can that happen? Most definitely. Is it happening specifically here? I don't know, because I've not seen any proof to suggest it, but that's what other people think, right? I mean, I don't know how natural it is, but I've seen it where, and maybe you have as well, you can get like a popular YouTube channel, popular video, you go to the comment section, and then you got like a YouTube user leaving a comment. It could be a very generic one, or it could be a very positive message saying, oh, I hope you all have a nice, wonderful day. Oh, I wish you luck for today. Oh, I hope you have a nice day, and to remind you that you are loved by people. Really positive messages like that, but it's so obvious they're doing it just to get attention. So to get likes, to get responses, more comments, and then people check the profile out. And then they just so happen to have just one video on their channel saying, hello, this is me. Or like some random 5-minute Minecraft jumping puzzle video where they're just talking a load of nonsense, or there is not much being talked about. But because they're commenting all over the place, everybody's checking out their channel, and it's done in like bit of a manipulative way, so they grow and get bigger, but they don't do it naturally, right? So the same can happen with buying subscribers and stuff. I think people did it in the early days with getting verified on YouTube with the tick. There was like ways around it and people were exploiting it. So where, there'll always be spasmodic, spasticity, spasticness humans. I've seen it in video games with real life humans demonstrating their personality and behavior, which they probably wouldn't show in real life, and you would only find out about it when it's too late. Okay, so that's the importance of gaming. You see the signs earlier than other people in real life. No one ever mentions that, okay? So, like with YouTube and that platform, there's opportunities there to exploit stuff. And, it might not always work. It might backfire down the line. Yeah, there you go. Is what it is. I don't know if we'll ever see it in the Dylan Rounds community, if it ever backfires there. I mean, what you got to acknowledge is there'll be people out there, small scale, just leaving a comment being censored or uploading a video, maybe of a gameplay, maybe a bit gory, and you get shut down, or your video gets restricted because it's inappropriate. But then it's all right for female streamers to almost expose themselves in a YouTube video, and that's perfectly fine, and there's no restrictions. It's kind of like double standards. If you allow that, you might as well allow someone to upload a video game of like zombies or like killing people or something in game. If one's allowed, the other one should be. I mean, you've had it where on Twitch you've had female streamers kicking cats and throwing cats on the floor and punching them and stuff. And did they get taken away? No. Did they get banned? 7 days. And then some other guy ends up saying the wrong word, calling someone a bitch, and then they're suspended for like a month or 6 months. And it's like, what? There's a bit of a disparity there, Should be treated the exact same, at least, but nope. But then again, it depends who runs YouTube, or it depends who runs Twitch. If it's soy boys, beta males, they're going to defend one side over the other, just how it is. But as for YouTube, not quite the case, but I think we're in SJW. But we just put that aside. Yeah, feel free to vote in that poll, which is currently going on. Leave your thoughts to what you think about it. What's this one? John Larson. Sounds like a bit like a cowboy, that. A few weeks ago, I was thinking about Dylan, and I saw him standing on fire in a desert. I don't know what it meant. Like, I don't know if it means he was burned and buried in a remote desert, or if it means he's like a man on fire trying to get justice. I don't want to upset anyone, but I felt it might not hurt to ask if the drones found any burn marks in the desert or disturbances in the soil of a remote desert location. Anyways, I'll keep praying, and I hope to see justice for Dylan. Interesting. Where his land is totally a remote desert for miles and miles and miles again. Oh my god, long one. I did Google it after I saw it. I live in Wisconsin, and we don't have deserts here. I just saw Dylan standing alone and on fire, gazing at a desert. It looked a little bumpy, like there was erosions, or to say the least, the ground, and it looked like it was nighttime or just around sunset. It all happened when I was praying for my guardian angels to come out, help me. I saw a YouTube video about Dylan, and I started seeing him standing up on fire in a remote location. I hope police have an undercover officer in jail with the Brenner guy who was arrested on the felony gun possession charges. It sucks it's taken this long for the truth and justice for Dylan and his loved ones. I tried looking online for any area that had deserts near his farm, but I can't figure out which one it could be. I keep praying that God helps Dylan get to talk to his friends, family from heaven. He's a good guy and wouldn't have left any of his close loved ones wonder where he was. That's why I thought maybe it was a symbolic message that he was quietly on fire like a man on a mission. I really hope his family gets the answers and healing from God. So, kind of a weird dream or vision, whatever you call it. I mean, whether you're spiritual or not, whether you had a dream, a premonition, whatever it may be, feel free to share your own experiences down below or in the comment section. Have you visualized Dylan in any shape or form? Have you ever had your own psychic reading experience in which you've envisioned Dylan in a certain place, in a certain situation? Feel free to share it down below. You might as well. And if not that, if you have with any other cases or other people and you want to share it, feel free to do so, because it might unlock something. You never know. Okay. What would I say in my opinion? It could be more to do with this guy. John saw Dylan as a hard worker, burning with passion through the flames of hard work and sweat, with the beating heat and sunlight struck down on Dylan through the working days on the farm. That's why it could internalise and symbolise Dylan, as well as being a man on a mission, right? The part about maybe Dylan being burnt, well, I wouldn't say there's been full-on proof to prove that yet, but you never know. Tom Evans, I know, in the chat probably thinking, yeah, but what about near the grain shed? I was like, yeah, got you under control, but haven't got around to that yet, but I want to, but things keep popping up, so you got to delay stuff, right? Don't want to incorporate everything all in one video because it gets lost in the ocean of thoughts. I want to try and get the correct videos out at the correct time. Today I was supposed to do the Ty Corbin map analysis one, but unfortunately I need to catch up with this. So technically, if I didn't get screwed over by that stupid music group, I'd have been able to do all the videos in the right order and much quicker, but we've been delayed by a day, which is really annoying me, but there's not much I can do about it now. Okay. And also you might have seen the intro of this one a bit flat, but it's because damage limitation, right? They always say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Maybe sometimes, but other times it's more damage limitation. You adapt, you advance, not much good happens, but you reduce being burnt anymore. Okay, so that's like the example here. Okay, so share your thoughts, opinions to what you think of this comment made by John. Okay, what does Cindy say? It looks like this in every direction. There are hills and ravines, and as I said, thousands of mines. The sad part is if they can't get whomever did it, he might not ever be found. We won't click on it, but that's like the fairy tale. We have seen it before, of course, in Ty's videos or others, okay? Even if you haven't seen it and you've covered the Kenny Veach case, you'll get an idea of what it would likely look like, which is this. Just zoom out, don't want to... Right, there we go. Good. Oh, what's this one? John says, I didn't see any trees. It may have even been a red clay kind of soil, but I saw a desert for sure. I can't think it would be a canyon, but it felt like the middle of nowhere to me. I couldn't hear anything from Dylan. It was like seeing a movie in my mind. I don't know if he had on blue jeans and a flannel shirt, but I saw him somehow. I can't compare snowdrifts to desert erosion, and I don't know if what I saw in my mind can even help get him justice, but I felt I at least could share what images I saw. It does break my heart that anyone hurt him. I'm from Wisconsin, and there's so many good people who want to farm for a living, and to be honest, it's a seriously hard job. I hope to God parents feel him with them every step they can take, because there's no answer. Okay. And he says, I also wasn't aware that his cell phone was found in a lake. Should be a pond. It was Lucin Pond, not a lake. The truck was washed off. How about DNA evidence found in his truck? Whoever hurt Dylan has got to have mental issues. I wouldn't doubt they drove his truck to hide what they did. Does that Brenner guy have like split personality or a really, really serious mental condition? I almost wonder if someone wore his boots honestly before they placed them there. They were found. As for the idea of wearing the boots of Dylan's, for whatever reason, I think that theory was first created by either Jim Terry or Tyler Feller, one or the other, okay? This guy, John, seems to be not exactly up to date on the case, but that's understandable. He might have just come along out of nowhere or just, been on and off following the case. So, not in a rude way, but you probably don't take everything he says 100% serious or for facts, but, he's just sharing his own experience. There have been times in the Kenny Veach case where you had these psychic readers, or you've just had these people that have left comments on YouTube saying, I envisioned Kenny Veach here sitting alone on a mountaintop. Oh, I envisioned Kenny Veach in the cracks of a rock or side of a rock wall, fell down in there and got stuck and then died with time. You know, that type of stuff. And I don't know if the hikers, when they went out there, took that into mind. I mean, they probably would have been in some of the areas where people suggested, but they didn't find anything. And past searches as well, which supposedly happened, which are kind of in question, but they didn't find anything either. So, you know, you got to be careful with these psychic readers, of course. In this case, it doesn't seem to be a psychic reading or anything over spiritual, but this person did visualize Dylan. Has anyone in the chat or anyone in the background of the chat visualized Dylan? Have you ever had any weird experiences yourself? Feel free to share. Is that it? Okay. So, yeah, that's it for that. Okay, so that took a bit longer than expected when analysing, so apologies about that, but I just wanted to make sure it was as clear as possible to understand. Hopefully it wasn't overcomplicated. Leave your thoughts down below, of course. Hopefully this cleared it up with Weezer Montello Local, because, you know, it's one of those things where within the Dylan Rounds case, when it comes to language, there's a difference between saying Dylan has been found and then saying Dylan hasn't been found, right? Just one word can change the whole line of events, ideas, and things can spiral out of control, right? So at least on my channel, I try and word it fairly precisely. And all the other times where that clarity can't be driven home, the usage language of uncertainty is present and it becomes clear in some of the videos, okay? So share any thoughts, additional points down below in the comment section. We're not finished yet. We can't check the forum out, the other forum, because it is getting a bit late as for recording and everything, but we can at least just go on maps to just relax in a way, okay? I don't know if the Shack Lady is present right now, but some of you will know Shack Lady said she needs her back readjusting. It needs fixing. I mean, my back, my neck right now. Okay, I'm not going to turn into a song there, but my back, my neck needs fixing as well. Okay, so let's hope for the best. Okay, so here we are back with the spas. Hopefully we can bring some comfort to the chat right now. Missy Zavenya, there'll be towels present, so you'll be fine. You can rest your head on them. Now, we do have a problem. The next one we're checking out is called the Dead Sea Spa and Skin Care. Doesn't sound quite promising, right? Dead Sea. Ugh. And it also says a woman only. Okay, so girls are only allowed into this place. Looks like I'm missing out. What a shame. Oh no. I mean, even the Shack Lady will probably miss out going here. She won't even be allowed in because she's called the Shack Lady. She isn't a woman, she's a lady. My God. In these higher access entry level. Don't worry, Shag Lady. I'm sure there'll be higher standard places for you shortly. They'll show up. You don't even have to do some kind of expert analysis or analytical video 10-hour long thing trying to explain it. Don't worry, I can summarize it for you. Basically, you're not allowed in, Shag Lady, but there will be other places for you, okay? Now, you know, it didn't quite exactly rule out Courtney. Courtney? You wonder why those nails were long? Well, that's so you can get access into this place, right? There we go. We got the first photo, which doesn't look too promising for a spa. You got someone with a burnt back. Maybe they were in the sauna for too long. They were on the sun tanning booth. They forgot to get out in time, like a final destination. Burning inside, maybe. Wow, we got the pretty little prints. That's really nice. Yeah, wow. I mean, what the hell does that do? Is that some kind of muscle relaxation ink? God, I've never heard of that before. Is that a new technique? Possibly. What's this? This does not look like a spa. It looks more like a bloody museum. Oh, God, King Tut is here. Tutankhamun. Cleo. Cleo, looks like Cleo's already moved in. Cleopatra, with her Egyptian collection, her Sphinx, her poles, her everything. All high quality. Cleo with her high quality gold products. Yeah, look at that, all Egyptian. So what's this got to do with a spa? Ah, there we go. So basically, one person sits on the couch, or a few people do, and then other people sit at the bottom on the chairs and give a rub-a-dub-dub. Okay, so it's a really full-on, hands-on, hands-free experience for some. Okay, wow, amazing. And then here, it looks like a bloody bedroom. What the hell's going on here? We've got the, I think it's Japanese curtain. Very nice, the traditional curtain. And then we got some butterflies. Wow, it's really nice. Butterflies. It's really calming. I hope they're not going to get burned alive by that light nearby. It's a health hazard. Keep turn the light down. Wait, hold on. Hold on. With that lighting and that shelf, that dodgy tin foil, the blue wires, and then that green suspicious looking plant, is this secretly a drug growing room? Oh, Glitter Galaxy. You know, you could have been a bit more private about this. You know, come on. You know, these photos, anyone can see them. I wouldn't even be surprised this is the camel's hideout. Yeah, you know all about the camel drug mule. Makes no sense at all, but you see them all over in the different zoos in Utah. No monkeys in sight. Have been scared off. These camels with their satchels tucked into their humps. What's this? Oh my God. Courtney approves. Is that lipstick or nail polish? I wouldn't know, but there is a lot of it and variety as well. So Maria, if you want to paint the town red tonight, either it be your nails or your victims, there you go. You can do so. And Cleo, you can as well if you feel the need. Now someone like Stoney.
My God, Stoney! Oh, Stoney, sorry, I just gotta recalibrate my voice. It appears to be in Bellevue.
Actually, new discovery, okay? Stoney, I hope you're here. This is a new discovery. So basically, what do you get when you combine a crow attacking Bellevue? Basically, it makes the same sound.
Well, my name's Bellevue. My God, fuck me. Was that the bird or was that just my voice? I don't know.
Okay? It's just one of those things, right? Now, Stoney, if she came here and it was like a spa to paint your nails red, you know, Stoney gets her hand out, okay? Oh, don't know where that's been, but that's another story. But she gets her hand out, puts it on the table, and they're like, sorry, I think your nails are already done. Your nails are already painted red. And Stoney just brushes it off and says,
yeah, whatever, man.
We've just been having a pizza. It's the pizza sauce. It's just the tomato sauce all over my fingers because I don't wash my hands. And it's like, oh, okay. So Stoney has other methods of painting her nails, okay? Joseph has a method himself, but his nails end up brown. Don't know what he's been doing. But yeah, I guess everyone has different methods and styles, of course. What do we have here? Oh my God, we've got some fucking Arabic Arabian Nights theme. Weedleby, you wanted Arabic style stuff. There you go, you get your Arabic style coffee granules as well. My God. Alhamdulillah, mashallah, Allahu Akbar, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, labas lik sadika. Yalla yamsik khalas khadia. Okay? There you go, Weedleby. You got some Moroccan Arabic on the spot. Shukran, Sadiqa. Okay? You don't like it? La. I don't care. Beslama. Let's move on. Get on. Oh, Cleo. Look at Cleo. Look, Cleo with all her Cleopatra awards. You know, it's quite clear that Cleo the Playful Witch is Miss Egypt of the past running years. Okay? So, if you didn't know already, a couple of videos back, Miss Canada showed up. Yeah, you heard it right. Miss Canada We are bringing in celebrities left, right, and centre. Miss Canada didn't even mention the year when she won it, probably because she's won it so many times, people have lost count. It's not like I don't even know the person. I don't even know who they are, but, Miss Canada, yeah. We've got Miss Egypt, Cleopatra, Cleo the Playful Witch, and all her trophies. Got some water on the side. My God, don't spill it. No. Face. What the fuck's that? Face. Face of what? Face of a backside? I don't know. We've got some weird canopy upside down. Looks more like an umbrella. You should not be opening them inside. Bad luck. We've got someone secretly hiding around there. Don't know what they're doing. We've got some sandals nailed to the wall. Maybe that's some kind of traditional Arabic thing where if you misbehave or you forget to do a chore, they just grab the slipper and whack you from behind. I'm sure Maria already is eyeing things up thinking, hey, that's pretty good. I'll use that myself. Maria, you're already thinking ahead. You're on another level. Let's move on. Or let's not. Women only. No shit, the place is literally called Women Only. Fucking hell, what do you expect to walk in? A donkey? Let's move on. Oh wow, they're pretty nails. That's really dynamic. Such a great contrast between light and dark. A true representation of Cleo the Playful Witch. Maybe in other situations it could be stony. The dark and the light conflicting with one another. The dark mind of, should I take a few more crystals or not? The light saying, maybe I should leave that and focus more of my energy and time into building a connection, an established zone with Carlos, to be in tune with one another. If I'm in tune with Carlos, I can get more out of things. I can move on. If I'm stuck with these crystals, all they do is get clogged up in my nose. I know it's just not going to work. And I just raise my voice. The hell's that? Get away. Okay, so bits and bobs. Oh no! I told you! Literally, this is proof. I said that previous photo where it looked like we're in some kind of like little drug den, and I said, oh, it's the camel's hideout. There's literally his camel minions down here. These are the camels which are sent off into the deserts of Utah to transport drugs to everyone. I hope Ty Corbyn isn't watching right now, because Ty Corbyn, he's probably making notes. He's probably writing down thinking, oh my God, this is the most situational way I could do it, man. I'll just use a camel instead. A horse does well, but a camel holds more sacks of drugs. God, I'm helping people out left, right, and centre, man. Oh, there's that traditional Arabic style of making coffee. It's on the degenerative TikTok page and YouTube short section where they're just plastered all over the place, where they call it infinite coffee. And it's basically, well, they didn't empty the whole cup immediately, you fucking idiot. So it's boiling up and then frothing over like Wheedlebee's having a fit. My God, Wheedlebee, come on, get a grip. Use this coffee, it'll fix you. I don't care about the nails. I mean, like, is this Maria's hand? Maria, is this your hand? Do you have a pulse? I don't know. What do we have here? Oh my God. What the hell's this? This is the type of thing what you'd see in Linda Cushing's basement. Oh no. Oh no. What is that? It's the tackiest bed I have seen. Shack Lady, I don't think you'd be able to handle this. And we've got some dodgy speaker up there. So whilst you're getting absolutely readjusted, and you could be like, Sorry, I was just doing a Michael Jackson. That's what happened when I was asleep once. But you get the idea, okay? It's like, and then the music in the top corner, that's just used to drown out all the wallows of pain and torture induced. Okay, there's darker reasons going on here. Number 5. If you ever turn up to Utah and turn at the spa only for women, you may not be coming out as a man ever again.
There've been reports that in the dark, late at night, there is a basement and you can hear the sounds of screams from people, as if there is some kind of tormented presence. A few guys, a film crew, went down there recently, and when they were inside, they documented and recorded EVP recordings. Let me share some clips with you right now. My dog stepped on a bee. Ooh. As you can see, the tone sounds really serious, just like my voice. Join us next time as we reveal more and find the deeper meanings behind why Joseph cannot fit in a pair of trousers. Let's move on. Okay, we're back to this again. We're back to some hands, some obsession with them. More obsession with hands and a blue towel as well. Okay. Move on. No, is that it? Oh, there we go. Okay, so the shack lady most definitely is disappointed at this moment because it's not suitable for her, right? But it's okay. We've got a few more down here. We got the Amara Med Spa Salon Boutique, the Premier des Spa and Salon, and then we got some other places here. But to be honest, what was the shack lady doing in her last live stream? You know, oh, serious live stream talking about Dylan Rounds. Here we go. What does it start off with? Well, could I have a pickle sandwich, please? How much would that cost? You know, I just want pickles. I don't want no patties on them. No. Ooh, do you get like fudgy mix? You know, I want to fudge the fuck out of this fucking ice cream, man. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I really need an appetite because just recently, earlier, I chased a shoplifter. You know, I was walking so fast, as you could clearly see by the fucking leg movement, and I was able to catch up with them in time. And when I approached them, I scared them and they ran off and dropped all their stolen goods. My God, shack lady. You know, if the fucking police department of Utah hear about this, they're going to be hiring you very shortly. Shack lady, you can add that to your endless accolades of experience, knowledge, depth into this wealth of this world. My God, if you become a police officer, shack lady, providing you did it for all the right reasons, there'll be people chained up left, right, and center. And I'm sure that if there was anyone acting a little bit dodgy, you probably got some extra room for them too, but you probably used a baton in other ways. My God, shack lady, you've already got things planned out. Isn't that right? Yeah. Aside from eating your pickled sandwich and all your fast food. And it's like, calm down. We should be focusing on Dylan Rounds, not eating food. But then again, what can I say when I'm looking at this right now? So she said she was at Sonic. What? Sonic? Is it Sonic like a food place? Oh, there we go. Sonic Driving. Shack lady, we're probably going to find you on camera right now. You know, I hope you're ready to get exposed. There we go. Sonic, America's Driving. Gotta go fast. Yeah, service is so fast that you leave with it half in your face because it's been chucked right at you. Open, good. What's this? Oh, wow, we got all kinds of little bits and bobs. We got some little chicken nuggets. We got some taco, I think, burger, hot dog, onion ring. I got some little milkshakes and little creamy whipped cream with a cherry on top. When I pop the cherry into the mouth with the cream as well, with a cream cherry pie. Wow, never heard of that before. Great, really nice. Yeah. Oh my God. Shack lady, what are you on? Okay, you said you were on, what, estrogen or testosterone or everything? I don't know. Are you on TRT as well, like me? But do you know what? Shack lady, what are you visualizing? What the hell is this? This is a dodgy photo, man. This is breaking the beyond the physics of our existence and our understanding of this world. I've never seen a burger shaped like that before. Oh my God, only you, shack lady, could bring this upon us. God, what the hell is that? The bread or the whatever it's called is too thick. I mean, even Stoney, after what she's put in her mouth, I don't think even she could fit that in. And that's saying something. That's a shame. But can we move on to some more custom photos? No, we don't. We get on more professional ones. We got some chicken. We got some sticky chicken balls, a bit shiny as well. One's cut in half. Rest in peace. Okay. What's this? Sonic, gotta go fast. Mocha's Drive-In. Try our new $1 gin dill cheeseburg. Cheeseburg. Oh my God. Now, IG. Wait, do they mean IG in Instagram or do they mean now, I guess? They're not even they're not even certain what they're selling. They're like, yeah, try our new Jundid cheeseburger now, I guess. That's really good advertising. That's really confidence, what we need. Oh, God. Shack Lady, I hope you're watching right now because you need to fix this sign. I mean, I'm sure you're not going to complain too much because you'll be thinking, oh, my God, $1. I'm going to go down there right now. That's a really good price and deal. My God, I'm going to make sure I make the most of it. You go, Shack Lady. You go, girl. You want to call me sweetheart? Okay, darling. Okay. But Cheeseburg, Ellen doing a collaboration, okay? You see all these trainers and shoes with these crossovers between rappers and shoe brands. Well, we've got the new Montello in-season collection of burgers. Ellen Berg coming in with the burgers with an iceberg Ellenberg signature style. My God, no one's ready for that to set off. Not even Ellen. Huh. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The Shack Lady literally started her live stream ordering food. This is probably the same moment when it happened, okay? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Shack Lady talking to that speaker. Oh, God, that speaker's not big enough to hear the volume and the power behind Shack Lady's tone and voice when she's like, let me talk. Come on, Shack Lady. Bring it on. What do we have here? Craveable classics. No, that's so old and past season. Just like Maria's Close collection. What's this? Back for another season, Shark Week. Crikey, mate, a fracking shark. Right. Someone like Andrew Culver wouldn't give a flying fuck about that. He'd be surfing the waves, see a shark, give a fucking handshake. He'd probably give the Foster's Rattler with the shark. The shark would probably offer one as well and clunk beer cans together. Right and good day. Isn't that right, Andrew Culver? Probably even a fucking barbecue upon a whale. The whale just submerged in the water. A massive barbecue. Probably bought from the fucking Walmart. We saw a lot of them recently. Burning barbecue, mate. Make sure you don't blow the fucking thing up, mate. Crikey. Right on, mate. This is perfect. What do we have here? We have a combo. We got a Sonic cheeseburger. We got the Supersonic double cheeseburger, the Supersonic bacon double cheeseburger. We got the bacon cheeseburger toaster. Ah, that's what we saw earlier, the dodgy one. We got the foot-long quarter-pound coney. Or is that Stony? Oh my God, does that say Stony or coney? It's the same thing, right? It's inserted the same way. Chicken slinger. Whoa, easy there, boy. The chicken sandwich. What is it? Famous up. You getting hungry?
Yeah, sorry, I'm so mesmerized by this endless menu. Wow, it's really good. This really fuels my gaming career. Wow, we got the jumper popcorn chicken. Yeah, Maria, we got it all.
Ultimate drink stop. Breakfast, too late, past that point. Frozen zone. Yeah, we're going to be stuck. We're not going anywhere. We got the Sour Patch Slushy Float Slut Ball. Yeah. And the Red Bull Summer Edition. Yeah, Red Bull. Come on, Wes. It's not even summertime, but you got to confuse the mind, right? You confuse the mind in the winter time, you'll always remain with the wood in the morning. Isn't that right, Wes? You'd probably drinking that summer Red Bull all day, all night long. Yeah. Oh, shit. What the hell's that? Oh, no. Oh, no. It looks like cobwebs, or it looks like something's been a bit foamed. Oh, what is that white substance? Oh, no. Stoney, do you know? Can you give your expert opinion on this? Huh? Sarcasm? You know, have you witnessed a burger like this before? Sarcasm, do you eat many burgers, or can the puppet's mouth not fit them in? Do you have to cut it into little portions? Okay, that looks reasonable. It looks normal. Hallelujah. Yeah, some little chocolate bits and bobs. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it's probably the wrong make, but it doesn't matter. We got the cars here again. Yeah, Fast Eddie in the chat showing up here and there like a ghost appears out of nowhere. He probably surprised he's not done what Jim Tay does. He's probably does massive capitalized text saying, "Hey guys, I'm inserting all new exhaust into all these cars, including my friends. You know, my name's Fast Eddie because I do the job quick. Yeah, I always finish quick. I always finish first. You know, some people are a bit disappointed, but you know, it is what it is." Okay, very good. Clearance 9. What the hell's going on here? So I guess is where you park up to receive your orders. Maybe. Huh, interesting. It looks a little bit different. What's that? There's never traffic on Route 44. Oh, traffic on. I was talking in Spanish then. Oh, big burger. Yeah. Oh, no, why the pickles? Get the pickles off. Is it gherkins? I don't know if it's the same thing as pickles, gherkins, pickles, or they're complete different things. I'm probably going to get told off for getting it wrong. But, you know, how would I know? Because I don't eat vegetables, do I? It's quite clearly showing. But, yeah, take the green stuff off and just stick with the meat. Okay, we got that. Looks reasonable, right? Oh, my God, Oh, my God, the chicken's raw. It's pink. Oh, no. I can still hear the chicken clucking as we talk. My God. You know, this has really made me emotional. It makes my voice break. God. Are you okay, chicken? You don't look it. You look a bit undercooked. Don't worry. End your suffering shortly. Okay. Very default photo there. Oh my God, this guy's on a mission. What's this? Chicken balls and all kinds of stuff as well. What the hell is that weird abomination there? Popcorn chicken, right? It looks like it. It's got the weird crispy outer coating. Looks a little bit pale though. Oh no. What the hell's that? Ew. What's that? Ew. Are they supposed to be crisp? Oh, no. I'm sorry, not crisp. Chips. Yeah. Is it American slang? Chips. Crisp. Something else, right? Tater chips, tater crisp chips, whatever. Crips and Bloods. Break my bones, but Stoney's still throwing those gang signs around. Fucking hell, can't talk. I've just ruined that whole thing then. That would have been really good then. I was going to say crisp and chips and crisp, Crips and Bloods. I'm not even going to bother now. I've just ruined everything. Yeah, can you please fix this? Grubhub, Uber Eats. Grubhub? Joseph, I didn't know you were signing up onto that. Is that a new meeting place? Grubhub? Oh, no. Oh, my God, why has the text disappeared? Oh, no. It's disappeared when I... Why is that text disappeared up there? Grubhub, and they probably censored it. Oh, Joseph, they're on to you already. Customer service calling in. What are you going to do? Oh, is that... Oh, well. That was very interesting, isn't it? Fit to recover. Yeah, I think we need to do that, don't we? What the hell's going on there? Ballpark. Oh, God. How do I get this off? Probably... Oh, my God, too much. Anyway, we'll leave it there.
Right, so I think that confirms everything, including what we looked at earlier. If you are a bit confused, we did definitely look at Dylan Rounds and we looked deep into that earlier on in the video. If you did miss out on that part, make sure to rewind back right now and catch up on what was talked about. And also feel free to check the link out down below to the previous video. We could still continue on within the Dylan Rounds case. One thing I will say now, okay, it could be said really at any time, but I can say it now, whether it's happened or not, okay? I hope everyone is listening right now, and especially people in the background, and more specifically the people who are deeper in the background, okay? Now the thing is, the worst thing anyone could do to me, okay, when it comes to a case or mystery is shows resistance, direct, indirect, covert or overt, it does not matter. If there is resistance, it will be met with a stronger lock on, okay? So, you know, it'll only get me more focused to look in certain directions or certain stuff, providing there is material to cover, of course. so you don't just go off on one. But yes, it just like strengthens the coverage. Okay, so that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave any comments down below, because the last few videos have been a little bit quiet. Okay, so if there's any additional discussions you want to do or say, experiences, list it down below in the comment section. Okay, so that's it for now. Good night and goodbye for now.